Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is said to have many revelations as well as twists and turns and surprises in this film that'll take fans by surprise and look back at The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi in a different way by director J.J. Abrams. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. So, one part of Episode 9 that a lot of people are really curious about is, of course, exactly what is going to happen to both Kylo Ren and Rey toward the very end of Episode 9. Now, there have been a lot of hints and or indicators out there in the past about the fate of Kylo Ren and the fate of Rey and exactly where these characters are going for the final frames of the movie, and it's one of the big questions out there for sure. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to one of the set leaks, this is where things begin to get very intriguing for the character of Kylo Ren and Rey. Now, specifically, it's described that one of the scenes that were filmed during the month of January involved the sequence in which both Daisy Ridley and Adam Driver had to use lightsaber props with tons of rain machines and wind machines being used for the scene during their battle on top of a large piece of wreckage, where a cloaked figure portrayed by an actor and likely Matt Smith was seen laying down on the ground in the background. It said that one of the sequences required Daisy Ridley to stab Adam Driver with her lightsaber prop piece into Kylo's abdominal area, where it said that as she does this, she is crying and shedding tears, almost as if she didn't want to do it. This is said to be a big hint that Rey kills Kylo Ren as the scene progresses to a moment in which Rey is holding Kylo in her arms. However, this is where the Force Ghost of Luke Skywalker is also said to have a scene in which Luke's Force Ghost examines Kylo Ren as Rey sits back crying in the rain pouring on top of her. It's described that this scene connects to the moment in which Rey kisses Ben Solo and Luke places his hands on Kylo Ren's head. So, I want to go over a couple of parts about this, and this is of course a huge hint, a huge indicator that Kylo Ren is going to die and come back as Ben Solo as a good man once again. Here's the reason why. Now, first things first, this does in fact connect to the other leaks that we went over a couple of days ago, that the spirit of Sidious eventually leaves the body of the Dark Acolyte and enters the body of Kylo Ren. Now, Kylo Ren does not become Sidious himself, but he actually does struggle from Sidious taking over his body. And this leads to a moment in which Daisy Ridley as Rey is going to use her lightsaber to stab Kylo Ren in his abdominal area. Most likely because Kylo Ren is asking Rey to do this. That's the most likely scenario here. Now, the one piece that I do want to go over that really does intrigue me a lot, that's really going to bring in new elements of Force lore. In case you guys did not know, there is going to be an element of resurrection that will be used in Episode 9. And the whole entire resurrection aspect of The Rise of Skywalker is said to be used for one of the main characters in the third act of the movie. Now, mind you, this could have something to do with Kylo Ren, this could also have something to do with Sidious and or Luke Skywalker. Now, the piece that really stands out to me the most is how Daisy Ridley was instructed to use her lightsaber prop piece during the sequence in which a lot of rain machines were being used, a lot of wind machines were being used for the scene while they were fighting on top of the wreckage, most likely the Death Star 2 wreckage, where as Rey uses her saber in order to attack Kylo Ren, she's crying as she does this, almost as if she is doing this against her own will. Now, to me, it sounds like that she's forcing herself in order to do this to Kylo Ren, like there's no other choice to go on about and to do this to Kylo Ren. And the whole entire element of Luke Skywalker being a part of the sequence in the form of a Force Ghost, I think it is a big hint that there is going to be a form of Luke Skywalker bringing Ben Solo back to life, or should I say, bringing Kylo Ren back to life where he becomes a good man once again as Ben Solo. You know, you can really see how they're really trying to cherry pick from Beauty and the Beast. In case you guys did not know, the ending of Beauty and the Beast was actually used as a piece of inspiration by J.J. Abrams for the ending of The Rise of Skywalker. In fact, there are more than 3 different meanings of the title of Episode 9, and one of which most likely does in fact have to do with resurrection, hence Rise. You know, rise is very well, pretty much matched up with resurrection. One is rising from the dead. So what I like about this is that this is a scenario in which we have a dramatic moment between both Rey, Kylo Ren, and Luke Skywalker, and there's a lot of, tangled moments here. We're not quite certain exactly what's really going on, but this, without a doubt, is a big hint and/or indicator that Kylo Ren does in fact get killed off by Rey at a certain point in time in the third act of the film, and that this all progresses to a moment in which Luke Skywalker's Force Ghost is able to resurrect Kylo Ren back to life, where he's now Ben Solo and a good man once again. Basically, it's Return of the Jedi in reverse, and I really do like that idea that J.J. Abrams is trying to implement into the movie. So with that being said, Kylo Ren dying is as a good or a bad idea as long as he comes back to life. What do you guys make about all of that? And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.